What's up guys, and welcome back to the Geordie Dinosaurus channel. Today we're going to be checking out yet another subreddit, this one likely to be one that makes you hungry. Before we start though, if you want to see more of me reacting to these awesome subreddits, then be sure to leave a like and comment below. And whilst you're there, why not click that subscribe button? That way you can be the first to see new content as it's released. So in this episode we're going to be heading off to r/ratemyplate to see what wonderful or horrendous food creations await us. But before we go there, let me introduce our brand new roast and toast counter. The clue really is in the name, and this is where we're going to be tallying those dishes that we roast and those dishes that we toast. So over on this side of the screen here, future Jordan, who's editing this video, is going to put our roast tally, and on this side of the screen over here, we're going to get a nice big toast tally. And at the end, hopefully we'll have more toasts than roasts, but this is Rate My Plate subreddit. We're probably going to have more roasts, let's face it. So by now you all know exactly how this works, and you know that we start off with our trusty RNG to find out exactly where we're going to be starting. So, today's number 24. So here we go. I can't get my words out today. So here we go guys, 24 on the Rate My Plate subreddit. Second day on the job, didn't eat it, but I made it. I know it's not much, but I was so proud. Oh wow. Okay, you have some toast, some of it's buttered, some of it's not. You have the world's sloppiest omelette. And I think you need to clean your trays, or you fried them. Yeah, diner food, so... we're going to give that a roast. That's one to the roast inside, because that's frickin' dreadful. I'm sorry. Salmon pasta. Oh, why do people do these? Not self-made. Oh. Okay, the salmon's cooked quite nicely there. The pasta looks a bit pale. Which I guess is okay. We're actually do you know what? Do you know what? I'm going to give that a toast. That's one on this side. So that's one apiece so far. We have a roast and a toast because I actually quite like that. That's something I'd probably make if more people in my house ate salmon. So it's my girlfriend's 29th birthday today. Made her French toast croissants, crispy streaky bacon, strawberries dusted with powdered sugar and maple syrup. Okay. Ah, come on. If you're going to burn something, at least put stuff on top of it to hide it. I know you've put it... Oh, come on. I mean... Come on. The presentation's good, but you've burnt it, so I'm afraid that's a roast. That's 2-1 now because I cannot toast something that's burnt. A crab croissant. Blech. I'm sorry, and I know that's going to sound horrible down the mic, but that is what that looks like. That looks like you got a croissant, toasted it, cut it in half, puked in it, put some herbs on it, and then sent it out. Just no. That's a definite roast. Come on. That's absolutely disgusting. COVID-19. I just said it. Oh well, yeah. That spruced up plate budget special. Thai red curry with frozen veggies and cheap beef and jasmine rice. Your beef's a little bit pinker than I'd expect for a Thai curry. That is so oily. Sorry, I hit my keyboard out of rage. You see all of the way this kind of has that weird glaze to it? That is fucking oil. Excuse my language, but how much oil do people need? I mean, you can see how dripping the rice is. Wow. Moving on. My wife baked me the best cake for my birthday. Now that looks quite nice actually. The layers are there. They're structured. You've got 3 and 3. The icing is neat on top, and you've got the sprinkled bits of whatever it is on top. That's a toast. 100% a toast. I'd buy that. I don't know whether I'd eat it because I don't know what's in it, but yeah, I'd buy that. It looks really, really nice. A seared diver scallops on polenta with a walnut pesto and grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Italian things I'm not very good at saying. So your scallops are a little pale. Your pan was a little bit burnt, so you heated it up a bit too much there. So your scallops I'd throw them at you. I mean, come on, if you're gonna cook scallops, you know how to cook scallops. Usually. Okay, if you're cooking them for the first time, they might not turn out right, but then you don't eat them. Because unless scallops are perfect, they taste shit. Rated awesome. 10 out of 10. The presentation's good, yeah. But the scallops aren't even cooked properly. Come on. Made this a bit ago. Thoughts? Oh, that's a nice bit of beef. Your new potatoes are a bit black. And yeah, I was just thinking that I want to see if they say you laid it on the mushrooms. That's a good idea. There's a good caramelization on the steak, but I want to know what it is because I don't know. I always say if you're going to have steak sauce, give it to the customer separately, because normally if you smother something in sauce, I mean, that's not smothered, obviously. It's got a nice glaze to it. It's got a nice shine to it. And it's a beautiful pinkness on the inside, and there's not too much blood, which is always good with a steak. Medium rare all the way. At least I haven't seen a well done one yet. Picking myself up from a rough year. Today is my 33rd birthday. Happy birthday for 2 months ago, dude. And made myself one of the best meals I cooked in a long time. I was very proud tonight of the strength I pulled out to make this. Steak, potatoes, mushrooms, carrots, and some elbows. I mean, what have you done to the steak? Things like this make me want to cry. Oh. So for those of you that might not have seen the first foodie video I did, A, why not? I haven't been on YouTube that long. Go back and watch it. And B, I used to be a head chef, and I used to be a fine dining chef at that. Predominantly, I was never a head chef in a fine dining kitchen because I decided to leave fine dining because of the stress of it. But I did the majority of my training in fine dining. I was a sous chef in fine dining. I just wanted something a little bit easier as my first head chef gig, and then I had a daughter and came out of the industry completely. But anyway, because I used to be a head chef and because I came in fine dining, when it comes to plating and when it comes to meat and the way you prep meat and cut meat and butcher it in this case, makes me angry sometimes. It really ticks me off. And happy birthday. But I mean, it's such a basic way to plate it. You've butchered the meat. You've got, I'm guessing, thyme stuck to all of your potatoes. And your mushrooms are black. I mean, that's going in the roast column, sorry. That is a roast. So what have we had so far? So we started off with a roast. Then we had a toast. Then we had a roast. Then we had a roast. So that was 3-1. The 19 spruced up plate budget special was a roast. So that was 4-1. The cake made it 4-2. The scallops made it 5-2. That really nice glazed steak made it 5-3. And this, I'm afraid, just made it 6-3. So far, the roasts are winning. Having a bad health day with fibromyalgia, so my boyfriend cooked this and brought it into my bed. Pretty tasty. Well, first of all, I'm sorry you have that. That sucks. And second of all, is he trying to kill you? I mean, what the hell has he done? What has he done to the poor sausages? They're supposed to be a bit brown, not bright fricking red. And the eggs. I mean, for one, what's going on? Oh, you can't see me actual point in real life, so there's no point, but you see the mouse. What's going on with this egg over here? I mean, you've still got a bit of gunk on top. You're going to give the poor woman salmonella. And I mean, your toast. Did you butcher it like 10 minutes before the rest of the food was cooked or something? And you've got burnt crispy bits down the edge of the bacon. I respect that most of it's floppy, so I could cut that bit off. I wouldn't eat your eggs because this one looks like underneath it's burnt to pieces. You can just see round the edges. And don't say it's the plate, because even where it goes over the white bit here, you can just about see a bit of burntness. And I don't eat beans, so I'll pass on them, and that is shite. Worst breakfast I've seen in a while. Come on, I need some toasts. Sushi, rice, dome, stuffed with honey, teriyaki chicken, and avocado. I don't think I'd eat it, because it doesn't necessarily sound like my cup of tea, but just the look of it. See, that's how something should be presented. You can tell that they made a little bit of a mistake here by the way they sprinkled it across the rest. Drizzled it across the rest. That's not supposed to be that thick, obviously. Things happen when you're just first using it, though. So I can forgive that. And the way it's all held together, it's held together perfectly. You can see in that left-hand picture that it's not falling apart. It's come out of its ramekin that it was cooked in, and it's held together perfectly. And with the sesame seed on top and the drizzle, it just makes it look that little bit more. And then obviously when you cut into it, as you can see on the right picture, you've got the shredded chicken, which on a plate doesn't look good, but when you put it in something and you're stuffing something, it works really, really, really fucking well. Excuse my language again. But I really, really like that. I haven't seen many sushi dishes prepared like that. I think I've seen one, and that was on TV, to be fair. So that is a definite toaster. Here to that one. Spaghetti and garlic bread. Okay. Okie dokie. It's an A for effort. The follow through has to be an F though. I mean, you've got all of this. I mean, this is just a dollop by the look. I'm guessing sour cream. No. The amount of cheese you've got on there is enough cheese for 3 dishes, my dear. And all you've done is spooned your bolognese on top of your pasta. It doesn't really like you've took the effort to mix it in. A for effort, but it's a roast, I'm afraid. It's just looks like shite. And I know what people are going to be thinking. Don't think I'm just hating on people's food for no reason. I'm not. I really think a lot of these people, they deserve credit for trying. But a lot of these people want you to roast them. And that's cute. That's cute. Wife made Easter breakfast for our little girls and they loved it. Considering that, see, the context of that being specifically for kids means I like that. If you gave it to me in a restaurant, I'd fucking laugh at it. I'd eat it because it's pancakes with strawberries and some cream, so nom 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 nom. But yeah, I give that a toast. We're gonna here to the Easter bunnies. I really needed a drink, that's why I did that. It's my trusty Coca-Cola, that's all I drink. Sliders with bacon, pepper jack cheese, spicy pickle chips, and sriracha mayo. Do you know what? You've got a bit of pink in there, so that's good. I actually think that looks quite nice. Again, for me, some of the ingredients in it I would have to remove or just not put in it when I made it myself. I'd give that an 8.5 out of 10. So ding ding ding. That's a toast. This one. Not this one, sorry. Coffee and beige nuts. Yeah, okay, simple, nice. Bit too much flour on there. Probably supposed to be like that. Not really seen them before. Let's have a quick look. Bagnuts. Probably saying that wrong, I can guarantee it. Bagnuts. Oh, okay. It looks like they're supposed to have that much flour on. So yeah, do you know what? That plate of bacon nuts there looks exactly like that. And do you know what? Sorry, you know when you just have a feeling that something might have been put up before, and maybe like photoshopped to make it look like a different angle. I mean, I'm not saying that's what's happened. I mean, that is, you can tell it wasn't when I looked. But that's impressive. I like it for an afternoon tea, for an afternoon coffee. That's nice. I'm not gonna rate or roast toast or roast that because it's not. It's not a dish. It's not a dish. Oh, chocolate mousse now. What have you done with this? Why does it look like you've got a rabbit and made it shit on my plate several times on my mousse? I mean, I don't like that. You didn't need to stack it that high. A nice sprinkling with maybe half a raspberry on top would have been nice. So that's a roast. Just because of the presentation, I bet it tastes nice. But if I'm rating your plate, I'm rating it on presentation mainly. And I'm sorry, I don't want something that looks like a rabbit shit on my plate. A day's worth of low calorie, high volume food, and it's just healthy food. I like the colours. I like that they've made it interesting, I guess. It's not for me, so I'm afraid that goes in our roast column here because it's just not for me. I'm not necessarily roasting it, but it's not for me, and I wouldn't be able to toast that kind of dish. We move on to 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 7. I'm really depressed at this. I thought we'd have more toasts by now. I'm gonna knock off 2.5 points for the burnt edge, so you're getting a 7.5. But big up the butter chicken. I, like the legend himself, Mr. Gordon Ramsay, love a good friggin' butter chicken. Big fan of Indian food. The rice there looks really fluffy. I hope, I can't smell it, that it would have a nice aroma to it and that it'd been cooked maybe with some bay leaves. I'm sure that's what it would have been done. The chicken, I'm sure, will be nice and tender, and that 100% gets my backing. Gumbo bowlish plate thingy. Do you know what? I am going to toast that one because I have seen a lot worse gumbos on TV, on pictures on here, pictures anywhere. By the way, this is the top of all time, so all of these are fairly good dishes, but I can't just toast them all because they're not to my point to... Sorry about that, dry throat. They're not all to my liking. So I can't exactly just go ahead and go, yay, toast all the top of all time, because why not? But yeah, do you know what? I like this. It's not as watery as some of them seem to be. There could maybe be a couple of more, I want to say prawns, but someone's probably going to tell me that they're shrimp, because you normally have shrimp in a gumbo. So maybe a couple more of them would have been nice, because you've got a lot of the rest of the meat around. There's a nice spreading of veggies, and you've got the dome of rice in the middle there that really just adds to it. So yeah, that gets a toast. That's got my backing. Made fried chicken and French toast for my girlfriend here in Korea. It was her first time eating something like this before. Fried chicken and French toast. Okay. Yeah, it's simple. It's a bit of chicken that's had some batter put on it and has been dunked into a deep fat fryer. What do you want to say? It's going to give you a heart attack one day. The French toast has been cooked in that much oil. It's going to give you a heart attack one day because, and some of you are going to say it's not, but just look at you. When a piece of French toast glistens that much, it's been in way too much oil. And I know I'm very British about this, and so I don't particularly like stuff to be caked in oil and caked in grease, and I know a lot of other parts of the world do, and that's perfectly fine. That's how you like your food. Just keep it the hell away from me. I don't want to die of a cholesterol attack. Well, or high cholesterol, which causes a heart attack. So, yeah. Moving on. So we're at number 4. Before we had plates in our new home, we were rustic as fuck. If it wants to load. Oh, I like that. And do you know what I like about that? The eggs aren't too overcooked. They're not too... Those eggs are cooked really nice. You've got a bit of sausage meat there. It's a bit pale on the one side, but you can see the other's got colour on it. Your toast needs a lot more colour, love, on that top slice. It looks very pale. I'm hoping it's just the light. Do you know what? The egg, sausage and toast gets a toast from me. So yeah. Oh, by the way, my cup, it's very faded. And you might not be able to see. Let's see. Can you see? Yeah, you can just about see the outline there, other than the reflection. But you might just be able to see that it's actually Minnie Mouse. Yes, Disney cup. And the third top of all time. Happy I found this sub, not a chef, just like to cook every now and again. New York strip and veggies. Oh my god, going to being a chef. I think New York strips normally get cut 3 times. No, one. You normally have 2 cuts and you end up with 3 pieces. So you've overcut it, which for your home cook, what do you expect? Your mushrooms actually look quite nice. They don't look too oily. Okay, a couple of them do, but I think that might just be the lighting. Your asparagus, very oily, I have to admit. Very shiny asparagus there. Sorry, that's my lighter that I keep waving around, so woo. I'll try not to do that and I'll just use my hands. But that's a toast. Do you know what? We might be bringing it back level. Baked and salted cheddar cheese crisp with tomato puree sauce. Now, I like this because they're taking the absolute piss out of fine dining here, because obviously you get very small amounts. However, I must say, in fine dining, you would actually get 3 pieces of crisp. Not just 1. I like that. It gets roasted to fuck because it's a joke. But I like it. I like it a lot, but it's got to go under the roast section here, I'm afraid. A wee party platter that grew into something beautiful for my boyfriend's 21st birthday. That is too much food. No. It's creative. It's got lots of colour on it. I like the layout of it, but it's just too much. I mean, are you trying to make him fat? Is he already fat and he just eats this much every meal? I mean, come on. Nobody's going to eat that in one go, and you don't want to put that in a fridge. It's all unwrapped, and if you don't eat all of those biscuits, they're going to go stale, and the cheese will go stale and hard, and the tomatoes will go soft and horrible, and so will the grapes. So, is it for a party? It's for his 21st birthday. It doesn't mean it's for a party. I didn't have a party for my 21st birthday. I mean... yeah, it gets a 10 out of 10 rating for its presentation and that, but it's outrageous. Do you know what? We're going to add half a point to each. It's half been roasted, but I have toasted it a lot as well. So we're going to give it half a toast, so the cup can come to here. And I get half a sip. So, yeah. But I do really, I'm just going to say, I really like this New York strip and veggies. I think that's a perfect one to end on. It should be the top of all time. I don't know why it's not. Steak haters. It's perfectly cooked. It's got that nice bit of pinkness. It looks juicy still. Okay, it has got a bit of black, but it's a home cook in a home pan, and the pan's probably crap anyway. So, what can you expect? Anyway, guys, again, slightly longer than my average 15-minute video that I had been doing for the first couple of videos, but I'm very opinionated, and it's down to the random number generator. We can go up to 29 posts, and that was the top 24. So it all depends. So yeah, that's it for this month. Well, that's it for the top of all time on r/ratemyplate. Next time round, as always, we're going to be doing the top of that month. So I hope you come back for that. If you have liked this, leave us a like, comment down below, and if you've got a subreddit you want me to visit, do comment that down below. I do read all the comments. Some of you will have noticed that I've liked some of them. I might reply to a couple of them. I can't reply to all of them because I don't always know what to say in response to some of you, but I'll always try and like it at least so that you know that I have read it and I am paying you guys some attention. So yeah, be sure to leave any suggestions you have down in the comments, and like I said earlier on in the video as well, make sure you hit your subscribe button and hit the bell while you're there as well. That way you know when all my videos are coming out. So that's it for today, guys, and we will see you next time here on the Geordie Dinosaurus channel. Until then, stay safe.